activities. Drinking water just isn't at the top of their list. To make matters worse, people forget to drink, they often don't know the signs of dehydration, or they attribute those signs to something else. By the time they say me, or another emergency medicine physician, their symptoms are often much more severe.
Sometimes you drink the wrong things too, so we're going to talk about that. I wanted to know how much you knew about dehydration dangers, so I pulled Yolanda from our audience for a quiz. Yolanda's a fast writer. I'm going to show you how the game is played real quickly. I'm going to give you 3 clues to a dehydration symptom. Okay. You can write down all the answers you hear from the audience, okay, and then you're going to have to pick the one you think is the best answer. Okay. Fair enough? I'll give you an example. Our audience, ready for this? All right, let's say I say, this happens when you go to the bathroom and it looks like tea. They talk to lots of people, and they give them the answers, and the answer in this case would be dark urine, right? Because dehydration often presents itself because your body's trying to hold on to all the water as darkened urine. Ready to go? Okay. Clue number 1 for the first dehydration danger. You notice it in the mirror. It gets worse as you age. You need to try it and treat it with a moisturizer. Skin. What else you got in there?
Anything else?
Wrinkles. Chapped lips. All right, Yolanda, what do you think is the right answer there?
Wrinkles.
Why should you pick wrinkles over dry skin?
Because it gets worse with age.
Yeah, but dehydration happens in hours.
And oh?
It's dry skin. It's dry skin. It's good. Dr. Latimer, why dry skin?
Sure. You have to remember, your body is made up of 60% of your body is water. That's water inside cells and outside of cells. As your body starts to become dehydrated, it'll do anything it can to hold on to water. What it'll do is pull water out of cells. One of the first places you'll see that is in your skin. Where do you see that? Dry, sunken areas underneath your eyes, dry lips and mouth, and an overall dry appearance of your skin.
So we've got a little home test you can all do. Dr. Latimer, you want to try it out on Yolanda?
Absolutely. So it's called the skin turgor test. So
this won't hurt a bit. Needle, please.
So your skin turgor is your skin's normal, resilient ability to bounce back to its normal shape. So what you want to do on your forearm is you're going to pinch between your thumb and your index finger.
Go and do it. Try it out. See if it works.
And let go. Your skin should bounce back to its normal shape. If it doesn't bounce back, if it stays up and tented, that's a sign that you're dehydrated.
You got it? You're good to go, Yolanda. You got a couple more hours still. All right. Next question. The second dehydration danger. Listen carefully. You feel this sensation in the first trimester of pregnancy. You have it in hot, cramped places, and it often happens before you faint. Lightheaded, nausea, dizziness, someone said. Off balance. All right, what do you think? What do you think? What's the answer?
No.
Well, nausea is not a bad thought, but it doesn't happen in this case as much as the other symptom, which is dizziness.
Oh, okay.
Dizziness is very common in dehydration. Why is dehydration linked to dizziness?
It all comes back to water volume, particularly in your cardiovascular system. You can think about your heart as the pump, your arteries and veins as the pipes, and the water that you drink that circulates as the volume. Now, if you're laying down and dehydrated, yes, you have less volume, but all of your organs are able to see that fluid, including your brain. You stand up suddenly, there's less volume of fluid in that system, it drops away from your brain. Your brain feels that, you feel dizzy and lightheaded.
Yeah, this little demonstration. Look at this right now. Now you see that you've got the water on the high side, and let's say that the blue is your blood, okay? And when you're lying flat in bed, you have a lot of blood going everywhere. When you suddenly stand up, what happens? The blood goes to your legs because gravity takes it there. Less blood going to your brain, you get dizzy, and all the other things we've been talking about. This is very dangerous because you can faint and collapse as well. And this is something that we see a lot when people get dehydrated. Okay, we got one more. It's the last dehydration danger. You ready to go? I guess you didn't like that answer. All right. This condition makes you bloated. You experience abdominal discomfort when it happens, and the pain that is associated with it is irritating, and you also make fewer trips to the bathroom. Constipation. What else do you hear?
Water retention.
Water retention. Yep. Anybody else? Other names? Indigestion we hear over here. Other thoughts? Good. And cramps. Good. All right. So, and acid reflux is the last one. Good, we got it. So which one do you think is the right answer? Oh, she hammered it. You have that problem, Yolanda?
No.
You don't? All right. So, explain if you could, Dr. Latimer, why is constipation linked to dehydration?
So just like in that skin example, it all comes back to holding on to water. As you become dehydrated, your body will do everything it can to hold on to water. Except this time, it's happening in your intestines. Water gets pulled out of your stool, becomes firmer, hard, more difficult to pass. You know, people often think about constipation as a dietary problem. Water is just as important to counteract constipation and prevent it from happening.
So we're clear now. We've got dark urine, dry skin, dizziness, and constipation. They are early signs of dehydration. Treat them quickly to avoid a potentially life-threatening trip to the ER to meet Dr. Latimer at her college.